Hello, I'm Father Bill Trader. Yesterday it was a year ago that I was vested in the Norbertine habit and began my novitiate. I had been a diocesan priest in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia for 39 years. God is a God of surprise. The past year of novitiate surprised many. The transition from being a diocesan priest, where I was independent and very much in charge of things, to being enclosed and needing permission for things, not having my own car, and even being back in the classroom as a student. This was a very challenging time for me. Having two classmates whose ages were 20 and 40 years different than mine, and how we became good friends, this was another surprise. During novitiate, I learned about St. Norbert, our founder. I learned about St. Augustine and the rule that we Norbertines follow. I learned about the history of Daylesford. I learned about the work of the Norbertines. Yes, I surprised my family and friends, many who tell me just yesterday that I thought that I would never have made it through this year of novitiate. I even surprised myself. But this is not about friends and family, and it's not even about me. This past year was all about God and His plan for me and His call to me. Surprise! God is still calling. God is still forming me. Yesterday I began another period of my formation. I was invited to make simple vows for a period of 3 years. My classmates refer to me as the geriatric novice. These next 3 years I will be referred to as a junior professed. I guess that makes me a senior junior. During Vespers yesterday I presented myself to the community. I knelt before the abbot, and in a clear voice I said, I renounce the world and I promise a conversion of my ways and a life in community, especially in poverty, consecrated celibacy and obedience, according to the rule of St. Augustine and the constitutions of our order, to you, Father Abbot Richard Antonucci, and to the brethren for 3 years. When I was finished, I stood and the abbot handed me my sash. Father Steve Albero, the prior and a good friend, assisted me in replacing the belt I wore as a novice with the sash that all professed Norbertines wear. Surprise! I was able to knot it in the Windsor knot of the Daylesford community. I learned much this past year. I do think the most important lesson was the importance of community. The order of the day in regards to prayer never changes here at the Abbey. The day always begins with morning prayer, where we sing our prayer, the prayer of the church. We individual men, some professed for many years and others just beginning. This is the community I promise to live out those vows with. This is the community that I vowed to be a part of for the rest of my life. This community that I, with them, will live lives of poverty, chastity, and obedience. These men have inspired me. They have encouraged me. They have surprised me. These men are prayerful and apostolic. These are the men who laugh often and enjoy one another's company. This is what community is all about. Surprise, it's now my community. Remember, God is a God of surprises. Listen, God might be calling you. Surprise.